This episode was brought to you by CambodiaSoulmate.com, because sometimes you need to travel the world to find your soulmate. I left Fix behind. Abandoning fellows seems to me a natural part of traveling. But oddly, I fancied for a moment that I saw him later that evening and in the port. A different set of whiskers, no doubt. I am now suave. Preparation of paraffin would sell well here. But also sell in Baku. I don't know if I'm going to Baku. Panama hat, leather gloves, hooded. Am I going to warm climate? I am going to warm climate. I don't think I'm going to Baku, so I'll go ahead and sell that. Put the hammer there. I could go to Muscat and sell the hammer. Of course, right now, I'm fine for money. You know what? I'm just going to sell this here, and I'm going to get some traveling stuff, because right now, I am solid. Ooh, do I need to keep the Indian shipping table? You know what? I'll keep that. Yeah, that'll do. We'll just get rid of that, because I don't really see a... Okay, we don't want Stone Town. We want either Muscat... Oh! Wait! But we have a route to Bombay! Let's stay the night. I lay down to sleep and I heard a rumbling through the pillow. It's the volcano, it's a train, I was no doubt my stomach. It's a train. Extremely unlikely, Monsieur Fogg replied. It is more likely to be the automated system for washing linen in the yard outside. As always, my master notices every detail, including every oversight. Let's explore. The British-administered port of Aden was dramatically situated in the crater of a dormant volcano. Whitewashed buildings and delicate minarets, where I became obsessed with the idea it might explode. Minarets. Gleamed against sheer black cliffs and sleek-bodied ships floated in the bright water of the natural harbor. There was a regular service from Aden to Bombay. A fair passel of artificers have been boarding the steamer, said one of the sailors. It'll be an interesting trip. You know how artificers love to gossip. I made an especial effort to savor the feel of solid ground beneath my feet, or the warm sun and clean air of the coast. It would not be long before we were back aboard some contraption or other reeking of smoke and steam. I did do this, right? Yes, I did. Okay. Plan. Really? I can't... Why can't I go to Bombay? Let's go ahead and push it to tomorrow. I guess we'll go to Muscat. Shoot! I sold that one thing that would have sold well in Muscat. I wasn't planning to go to Muscat. Phooey. With the last night of the evening, I'll go ahead and attend to Monsieur Fogg. Get his health up again. And relations with Fogg decrease slightly. Fine form, yes. Alright, on to Muscat. Man, what the heck? I could swear The larger passenger liners struck out from Aden across the Arabian Sea for India, so we changed onto a smaller, faster boat that would hug the Arabian coastline and take us around to Muscat, where we hoped to pick up a fast airship, which was notorious as Pirate Haven. See, it's a pirate haven. It's possible we'll be able to take an airship someplace, but that's risky. Converse. Greetings, Mademoiselle Ghazi. I have little time between my ships. Muscat. Muscat is a notorious haven for pirates. Yeah, I know. Dubai, Rabakali, Davarka, Bombay, Jeddah. I think, is there to Bombay? Seems quite impossible. What about to Dubai? Indeed, it is connected by trail, but the fare is very high. Oh, that's going backwards. I don't want to go backwards. Monsieur Fogg spent the first day aboard our small liner watching the horizon and making calculations in his ledger. I would not say he was concerned. Concern was not his métier, but he was clearly pausing to assess our progress. I left in 2 and I asked for a verdict. I asked for his verdict, and he thought carefully before answering. I could hardly call our progress thus far exceptional, he declared after a thought, but we're still within acceptable parameters. Yeah, we need to move along here. Converse. Okay, wool trousers, wool shirts, Muscat. Okay, and, oh, I was going to say money, but we don't need to worry about money. I was arranging Monsieur Fogg's toiletries on the makeshift dresser when he caught my eye in the mirror. I had been contemplating the boat, Passepartout, he murmured, and it seems to me that it could be moving with more alacrity. What makes you think so? Enough to bring us in a day early? Of course, monsieur. Of course, monsieur. I believe it should be possible for us to arrive in Muscat today. It would be a fortuitous turn of events. See to it. He retired to the sun deck after explaining his theme, leaving me to plot out its execution. I ignored his instructions. I went to speak to the engine crew. I went to speak to the captain. I went to speak to the engine crew. Your master was quite right, he told me. The boat can do 2 or 3 times this speed if enough coal is shoveled into her boilers, but the captain doesn't like to do it because it wears the engine out faster. I suggested they demonstrate, wondering if they could be tempted by money. I've got the money. I offered a small bribe, but they shook their heads. We cannot go against the wishes of our captain. We'd be put off for the next boat. I explained I had to try for much the same reason. The men, sympathetic, agreed to put in a word to their chief at the end of the day. 2 days early might be passable, but the saving of 1 could still perhaps be made. Fogg. Monsieur Fogg woke with some displeasure to find we had not magically arrived at Muscat overnight, but his mood lifted when he looked out of the cabin porthole. I waited to see what pleased him. He straightened and pointed to the wake of the boat, splashing almost up to the glass. Passepartout, you have effected this salutary acceleration? I bowed my head most modestly, and saw my master's spirits lift. We will arrive today, he said firmly, a hint of pleasure warming his usually cool tones. Come, we must enjoy the sea air while we have it. We spent an enjoyable day playing quoits, a subpar variant of boules designed for the deck. The boat swept magnificently into Muscat Harbor just as the sun was going down. On the gangplank, we were stopped by the ship's captain. My men tell me that our little burst of activity was on your account, he began with a dark tone in his voice. It was. And we are most grateful for your assistance. It was my honor, he replied. Godspeed to you, and I wish your sister well. I did not understand his meaning, my sister, and thank you. Guys, I gotta be honest. You know I don't like deception. I did not understand his meaning, but we nodded and left the ship. Okay. Our funds went down, strengthened slightly. I thought that was going to be the honest route. I guess it was the other way. The medallion could be sold handsomely here. Okay. Might as well. We're not going to Agra. Karachi and Keita. Agra, Delhi, and Tehran. Okay, let's get out of this. Let's look at what depart will get us to Dubai. And that's the only thing that we could do, and we gotta go, like, really soon if we're gonna go. Let's go out. I really want to go to Bombay, maybe? If I go to Dubai, I could go then to Karachi. Ooh. Okay. Market. Where's that thing that sells well in Karachi? Send to Candle, Karachi. Ditch the table, grab that. Not that we're desperate for money or anything, but let's go. Parole cart. We picked up a cart headed along the coast that was loaded high with crates, each locked with multiple padlocks. I was curious as to their contents, but I could not get an answer out of any of our fellow passengers. Several skinny men with heavy dark tans, who spoke in a deep rumbling patois I could hardly discern over the rattle of the wheels. Greetings, mademoiselle. Passepartout, you look uncomfortable. Can you tell us about Karachi? Never mind that. What? Merchants in Rangoon will play very well indeed for the geometric equipment from Karachi. So, Karachi and Rangoon. Okay. To Riyadh? The last bank is closed. Have you ever considered the pearl trade? Sure. It seems wonderfully profitable. It is. It's done me proud. Karachi. Karachi to Calcutta. Geometric equipment in Calcutta you can sell. So Rangoon, man. They really like Rangoon. Alright, goodbye. Okay, the mysterious case is battered and bashed in the back of the cart. When we paused for water, as we just parked outside a warehouse, I asked one of the workers there. Once we had arrived, I forgot all about the boxes. I asked one of the workers about the crates. We got no sense from either of them. Earls, he said in English so broken as to be used to make eggs. Eggs! And then as he spoke, he pointed to his eyeball. Then he moved away. A mystery. Alright. To Bandar Abbas. Oops, darn it. Or just stay the night. Let's stay the night. Let's see if we can find... I really am going far out of the way here. Dubai is a small and unimportant place. It has been feuded over by local tribes for many years. My main experience here was getting lost in the dense streets of Dira, an encounter with a camel. Getting lost. In extracting myself, I was, of course, sold a rather ugly monkey for 30 pounds. Monsieur Fogg most decidedly did not like the creature, especially after it bit him on the nose. So I took it for a long walk and then tied it to a table leg. We did not see it again, but friends, my dreams were haunted by the poor creature's caterwauling that night. Aww. Poor monkey. Oh, are you kidding? Alright, well, that's it. Let's go. Maybe there'll be another thing from Bandar Abbas. I did not intend to go this way. I'm going all over the darn place. A small fleet of ferry boats sailed by crews of coffee-colored youths crossed the Persian Gulf several times a day. They raced, threatened to ram one another, skirting left and right at the last minute, and generally put on a wonderful show of dizzying, effortless skill. Fogg weathered the performance of our gondolier with his usual grace, though I think he found the unfettered sunshine somewhat oppressive. The open water was a long cry from the dusty corners of the Reform Club. We'll have to explore. Okay, what's here? Dice, no. And Agra again, but I don't know where Agra is. Explore. Now watch. Here, it's Agra. I want Karachi. Learning which way is smart. Okay, plan. Yeah, I want to go this way. That's back. I don't want back. I want forward. Negotiate. The merchants of Ringwood will pay well for geometric from... Yeah. Okay, the bed of brothers departs tomorrow at noon. Okay. That's fine. Hotel. We still got tons and tons of money. The mood in Bandar Abbas was upbeat. I found since being reclaimed into Persia after several years of control by the pirates of Muscat, people believed they had ground to create tyranny. I went to Muscat thinking that we were going to find an airship. I mean, did you guys see anything in about airships? I guess I didn't see it. I found my way to one of the coffee shops. I stayed with Monsieur Fogg. We need to get his health back up. Ensuring he was well rested and stayed clear of the cooling air, at least for a time. All right, Karachi. Go, baby, go. The Bed of Brothers was a scheduled departure out of Bandar Abbas's busy port. But even as we walked up the gangplank, I had an uneasy sense there was something a little amiss. I need to stop the recording real quick and then restart it again. Be right back. And we're back. I was put doubly on my guard. There was something about the crew. I was put doubly on my guard the moment we met the captain, a most unsavory character given to giggling in the middle of his sentences and rubbing his hands together as though endlessly apologizing or endlessly cleaning off blood. Endlessly apologizing? We did our best to ignore him and settled ourselves in our cabin. Fog. The first day passed innocently enough. The crew, when we saw them, were cordial, though I quickly lost track of who was who, though I sensed some secret behind their smiles, which I could not fathom. Monsieur Fogg seemed, to my mind, a little more on edge than usual, but it was probably due to the lack of decent down feathers in his pillows. Yeah, I'm not... Oh, wait. Phineas Fogg attempts a round-the-world adventure. Thank you, I know. We spent the day in our cabin, left their cabin to enjoy the view. Left the cabin to enjoy the view and keep an eye on the crew. I engaged one in the conversation. I played dominoes with a couple of dicks and conversation, but learned little from the fool, who appeared more or less unable to understand anything beyond the sailing instructions of his captain. Still, by nightfall, no real accident had befallen us. I breathed a deep sigh of relief, but we were not ashore yet. We arrived in Karachi in the early morning. The captain saw us to the gangplank with a beaming smile. Well then, he declared, did you enjoy sailing with my little family? It has been a pleasure. We are most relieved to have docked. It has been a pleasure. He nodded vigorously. My brothers have enjoyed your company, gentlemen. Farewell. With that, he waved us off. From the shore, I looked back and remarked to Monsieur, what a strange crew. I thought them brigands, but they were most decent. What a strange crew. Did you see their noses? Fogg replied, tapping his own. I watched the captain and his nose. Whatever do you mean? As he loped back amongst the other two sailors, aghast. My master was quite right. They did all share the same nose. They were quite literally his little family. With that, we left the strange crew and entered the magnificent city of Karachi. We have to explore Karachi. Okay. So, this... Alright. Agra, Calcutta, and Delhi. Watar, Benares, and Bombay. Bangalore, Madras. Hong Kong, Agra, and Chittagong. Although, we probably end up going to Hong Kong. The rest of this is just stuff to do. Okay. Explore. Quetta, Delhi, Bombay. I've been trying all this time to get to Bombay. I walked the streets a while, discovering the possibilities for how we might make progress. Alright, let's back up a little bit. We've got Bombay, Bangalore, Madras. And as I recall... Okay, we don't have anything further than that. Delhi... Oh, Agra! Oh, jeez! You mean we'd have had to carry all that stuff all that way? Of course, we'd have made a ton of money if we did, but... Quetta... Well, we went to either Delhi or Bombay. I'm thinking Bombay. Oops, stop that. Arrives Thursday. Departs 2 days. 4 days. Or tomorrow. Well, that kind of makes up my mind. We're going to Bombay. Okay, so... Bombay. There we go. Let's do that. And... Oh, shoot. Let's sell off the trousers, put the Panama hat, do that. That way we can make a little money in Bombay. Hotel. The undisputed sovereign of airship travel in Karachi was a brightly dressed lady of middle years by the name of Jamuna Ezra. Jamuna Gajani, if we're being proper, she corrected. Ezra is my maiden name. Propriety is so mundane. Ezra is a Hebrew name. I found her to be an excellent businesswoman. Discussing all the various routes available, but it quickly turned to her own transports. I can help you, but where is it that you want to go? Delhi or Bombay? We're going around the world. She began to laugh, softly at first and then uproariously. A few of the men and women waiting in her outer office poked their heads in curiously. London, she gasped out loud. Across Asia? You do know you're going the wrong way around. Oh, I know. She waved away my attempt to explain. You are too precious. My husband is going to love this story. Madame Ezra dismissed me with a wave of her hand. I admit I left out a detail or two about the good lady when I relayed my encounter to Monsieur Fall. All right, Bombay. Ooh, we're on the Savarkar Atmatic. We boarded a metal-clad Savarkar Atmatic headed for Bombay. It was a sleek little conveyance, no doubt one of the prides of Madame Ezra's vast passenger fleet. There was a sizable observation deck. Catering was my first concern. I talked my way into the kitchens, using my position as a valued passenger, claiming a close connection merely through charm and wit. Passenger. And sampled what was on offer. Most delectable indeed. Converse. Greetings, person. I am the concierge aboard this ship. Madras. Oh, thank you. I need Madras. Madras to Singapore? Yeah, Madras to Singapore. Seems unlikely. Madras to Panama City. said that one, but